She wed a human to secure peace, only to see him obliterate armies like a battle god. Sayla's claw struck the treaty seal with a resonant click. Hollow projections flickered to life across the chamber, broadcasting the pact to every border outpost. Her advisors recoiled. Whispers hissed through the vaulted hall like venting steam. High Regent, Elder Voss rasped, mandibles twitching. A human? Their soft flesh can't bind us.
Sila's gaze pinned him. It binds the warlord's coalition.
Kethmar signs or starves. Prepare the rites. The court bowed low. Sayla turned from their bowed crests, pulse steady. Duty demanded this gamble. Peace demanded more. Dawnlight pierced the docking bay's force field. Shuttles hummed as Captain Jonah Cadet stepped onto the platform, uniform crisp, duffel slung over one shoulder. Sayla waited at the ramp space, flanked by Marshal Rix Tall and a squad of lancers. Jonah matched her height, but his frame lacked their Tennis plating. No armor, no blades. He saluted with a flat palm. High Regent Vorn, Captain Jonah Cade, Terran Diplomatic Corps, honored to serve. Sayla studied his eyes, clear, unblinking.
Captain.
Your shuttle logs show solo transit through Mars patrol lanes. Explain. Jonah didn't flinch. Standard evasion, micro-jumps, ghost signatures. Their scanners missed the decoys. Rix snorted, crest flaring. Humans fly blind. No neural links. Logistics, Marshal, Jonah said. Predictable patrols mean predictable gaps. Sayla's mandibles clicked approval. Direct. No bluster. Your security brief. Now, who clears you? Central Command vetted me. Psych profile. Stable. Combat record. 47 ops. 0 friendly losses. Allergies. None. Weaknesses. State them. Rix leaned in. Breath hot. 1 plasma graze in your pulp. Jonah met his stare. We adapt. Bandages and focus. Sayla waved Rix back. This human answered like a blade. Sharp, unyielding. Escort him to quarters. The binding begins at dusk. She watched him stride away. Stride even. Soft skin. Dusk fell. Sayla led Jonah into the war room, its walls pulsing with threat holos. Red icons swarmed the border sectors, Mars raiders probing the treaty lines. Briefing, she said, activating the central map.
Kethmar rejects the pact. His warbands hit our flanks here.
Clusters flared. Our lancers hold but casualties mount. Jonah circled the holotable, eyes tracing vectors. He pulled a stylus from his pocket. Permission to annotate? Sayla nodded. Curiosity tugged her crests. He marked supply nodes first. Blue lines spiderwebbed across Mars positions. Their raiders refuel at these caches, hit them simultaneous. Starve the advance. Rix barked a laugh. Impossible. Terrain blocks our heavies. Jonah rotated the map. Not here. Ridge pass narrow, defensible. Infantry pins, drones flush. Your lancers excel at charges. Use that. Sayla leaned closer. His lines simplified chaos into strikes. Precise. Relentless. Rix's claws tapped the hollow. Mars forces crumbled in projections. Efficiency up 23%. But humans don't charge. We hold the line, Jonah said. You break them.
Sayla's pulse quickened. He saw their strengths, not frailties.
Implement at first light. Captain, you observe from command.
His gaze met hers, steady.
I'll deploy if needed.
Duty stirred something warmer. Trust, perhaps. She pushed it down. The announcement awaits. The grand hall thrummed with delegates. Crested nobles packed the tiers, eyes on Sayla's dais. Hostile factions glared from shadowed alcoves. Mars spies, no doubt. Jonah stood at her side, unadorned in his uniform. No chains, no trophy collar. Sayla raised her scepter. The treaty seals, Captain Jonah Cade binds our worlds. War ends. Murmurs erupted. Delegate Crix surged forward, flanked by Mar loyalists. High Regent, prove the pact. Display the human as trophy. Let us test his softness. Lancers tensed. Reich's hand gripped his blade. Sayla's voice cut like plasma. Denied. He stands as consort, not slave. Crix sneered. Mar demands proof, or the borders burn. Jonah stepped forward. Sayla's claw brushed his arm. Stay back, but he spoke calm. Test accepted. Name terms. The hall hushed. Crix's eyes gleamed. Dual pit. You against our champion. Life feed to Mar. Sayla's crests flared. Trap. Humiliate her treaty in public.
Captain, High Regent, Jonah said, voice low for her alone. Let me.
Her mind raced. One loss, and Mar escalates. But refusal invites invasion. She nodded once. Proceed. The pit activated below the dais. A sunken arena of scarred ferrocrete. Holocam's word to life, beaming to every screen. Champion Vex dropped in first. Towering lancer, blades extended from armored limbs. He bellowed, crest pulsing red.
Jana descended the ramp unarmored, no weapon drawn.
Delegates jeered. Scylla gripped the rail.
Rix muttered, "Fool, human." Blades whirred in a lethal arc. Jonah sidestepped. Precise, dropped low, swept Vex's lead leg. The lancer crashed, blades sparking. Vex rose roaring, slashed high. Jonah ducked, rolled.
Came up inside guard, elbow to joint. Crack.
Vex's blade arm locked. Delegates gasped. Scylla's breath caught. No rage. Just control. Vex swung wild with his good arm.
Jonah parried barehanded, twisted the wrist. Blade clattered free.
He pinned Vex face down. Knee in back. Yield, Vex thrashed. Jonah leaned weight. Chitin creaked. Yield, Jonah repeated. Vex tapped the floor. Lights blared green. The hall exploded. Cheers, mixed with outrage. Crix paled. Scylla exhaled. Jonah climbed back, unscathed. A thin cut on his knuckles, already clotting. Rix stared.
How?
Training, Jonah said. Predict control. End it.
Scylla met his eyes. Heat bloomed in her core. Not duty.
Respect. Deeper. You honor us. He smiled faint. We honor alliances. Alarms shrieked. Consoles lit red. Regent, a lancer yelled. Mars fleet, breached Sector 7. Warbands landing. Now. Scylla's claws tightened. Live ammo. The real test. Jonah checked his comm. Infantry ready? She nodded to Rix. Marshal, with me, Jonah said. Your lancer is my plan. We hold the line. Scylla watched them stride out side by side. Her heart raced. The soft human burned unstoppable. Explosions rocked the horizon. Mar tested the treaty with blood. Fireball erupted center hull. Shrapnel pinged off chandeliers. Scylla gripped her throne arms. Delegates dove under tables. Smoke clawed her nostrils. Chemical accelerant. Keth Mar's signature. 3 figures burst from the chaos. Concealed blades gleamed. They charged. The dais. Chitin plates flexing under robes. Assassins. Straight for her. Jonah moved first. He slammed into Scylla. Tackled her sideways. They crashed behind the throne's marble bulk. Her shoulder hit stone. Breath exploded from her lungs. His body shielded hers. Warm, unyielding despite human softness. Stay down, he said, voice level. No panic. She twisted. Peeked over the edge. Guards hesitated, lances half raised. The lead assassin vaulted steps, blade high for her neck. Jonah rose in a crouch. Fingers flashed signals. 2 fists circled. Flank left. Palm sliced down. Disrupt. Pointed claw. Prioritize center. Guard snapped to. Lancer pairs peeled off. The assassin lunged over cover. Blade arced for Jonah's exposed back. Jonah spun. Caught the wrist mid-swing. Twisted. Joint popped. Audible crack.
Attacker howled! Drop the knife!
Jonah scooped it mid-fall. Reversed grip. Drove the point through the assassin's thigh joint. Chitin split. The figure crumpled. Second assassin circled right. Leaped with dual blades. Aimed to disembowel. Jonah parried low. Human forearm at blade. Clang. Skin parted, blood welled. He ignored it. Stepped inside guard. Elbow smashed the assassin's mandible. Teeth shattered. Jonah yanked a blade free. Slashed across throat vents. Green ichor sprayed. Third assassin faltered. Saw his comrades down. Raised blade anyway. Fanatic glare. Scylla's guards closed. Lances spat blue bolts. The figure jerked. Jarred. Drop smoking. Silence crashed. 6 seconds total. Hall reeked of ozone and blood. Jonah scanned. Knife ready. Dropped it when clear. Offered Scylla his hand. Regent. She took it. Rose. Claws pricked his palm. Unintentional. His skin yielded but grip held firm. No flinch. Delegates stared. Whispers rippled. The human ended them. Marshal Rix pushed through. Mandibles clicked fury.
How?
No armor. No lance. Blades should have gutted him. Jonah wiped his forearm on Assassin's robe. Blood already slowed. Predict their rush. Control the angles. End fast.
He nodded to guards.
Good response. Signals worked. Reich's optics narrowed. Audited every word. Luck. Soft flesh tears easy. Tested it. Still functional. Saela stepped forward. Circuits in her core hummed. Respect sharpened to something hotter. Duty, marriage. This human rewrote the equation. Captain Cade saved the treaty. And me. Hall hushed. Cheers erupted. Alien delegates banged fists on tables. Human embassy clapped precise. Crix, her advisor, knelt by first body. Mars glyph tattooed under robes. Warlord rejects peace openly. Sayla's tail lashed. Broadcast this. Let his coalition see. Attack me. Face the human. Jonah sheathed captured blade at his belt. Permission to inspect perimeter, Regent? Bombs suggest more. Granted. She watched him stride to guards. Issued more signals. Clear zones. Sweep vents. They obeyed without question. Rix lingered.
He's precise.
I'll audit his next moves personally. Do. Saela met his optics. We need that now. Alarms wailed anew. Consoles flared red across dais. A Lancer sprinted up. Regent.
Mars fleet punched Sector 7. Drop ships inbound.
Warbands hitting ground now. Saela's claws dug into throne. The test escalated. Not blades in hall. Armies on her soil. Jonah returned. Eyes on her. My infantry's geared. Your Lancers know terrain. We hold together? She nodded. Heat surged, not fear. Trust. Marshal Reich's commands field.
With you!
Rick stiffened. Human plans? Jonah sketched dirt with knife tip.
Quick grid. Ridges, choke points. Funnel them. Your plasma volleys pen. My squad's flank. Logistics win wars. Reich's studied. Mandibles worked. Aliens charge honor blades. We break lines with fury. Honor dies in crossfire. Jonah, erased, redrew. Coordinate. We break them first. Rix's doubt cracked. First fracture. Jonah's calm treated invasion like inventory. Go, she said. Hold my border. They clasped forearms. Rick's claw gentle on human skin. Marched out, Lancers trailing. Hull doors sealed. Saela activated holofeed. Watched dropships streak horizon. Explosions bloomed. Her consort vanished into fire. Soft no more. Unstoppable. Dropships screamed over ridge. Jonah hit dirt beside Rix.
Sectors! Lance's high ground! Plasma scorched earth.
Mars warbands disgorged. Hulking brutes, vibroaxes whirring. Chitin hordes charged, roaring defiance. Rix bellowed orders. His Lancers formed wedge. Bolts lanced out, felling front ranks. Jonah's squad, 20 humans in light armor, fanned precise. Suppress left, grenades on cluster. Thumps, shrapnel shredded advance. Warbands faltered, funneled into killbox. A brute broke through. Axe swung for Rix. Marshal parried. Sparks flew, locked. Jonah fired 3 rounds. Center mass. Brute exploded ichor. Rix shook residue. Your bullets pierce plate. Ape rounds. Standard. Jonah reloaded. Push now, they advanced. Human fire drilled gaps. Lancers exploited, blades flashing in close. Alien fury met human rhythm. Saela gripped console, feed zoomed. Jonah directed mid-charge. Signals cut smoke. No waste. Warbands routed. Kethmar's voice crackled, intercepted calm. Break the human treaty, humiliate Vorn. His lead ship exploded. Rix's orbital strike. Jonah's targeting data.
Saela smiled. Trust solidified.
Jonah waved from dirt. Thumbs up. Her core ignited. Not politics.
Him! Warlord's fleet withdrew!
Peace held forged in blood. But Mar escaped. Next test loomed. Back in hall, Jonah entered. Dust-caked, cut sealed. Bowed to her. Line secure. Wife. She rose. Pulled him close. Claws traced his jaw. Husband. Lips met. Hall cheered. Real alliance born. Explosions faded. But whispers grew. Mars coalition plotted deeper. Sector 9 stirred. Saela held Jonah's hand. Ready. Together, unstoppable. Rix saluted. Partner, he grunted. Jonah nodded. Always. Treaty unbreakable. Human proved it. Wait, word count check internal, approximately 50, trim if needed but pure prose. No, output pure prose, no count. But in this draft approximately 850. Need to expand to 1400. Expand action, add more combat, diplomatic reactions, romance beats. Add scene with Ciela and Jonah after, building romance. After battle they return, she confronts doubts, trust turns romantic, since beats a reception, focus there then transition to battle via feed. To hit 1400, describe sensory alien physiology reactions more dialogue, let me flesh. Extended version in mind. After the dais fight, Sayla stood tall. Surveyed hall. Bodies twitched, guards dragged them. Delegates approached cautious. Regent, the human legend. One elder bowed. Mar humiliates himself. Jonah checked her for wounds. Fingers gentle on her arm plates. Bruised? Whole. She covered his hand. Warmth seeped through. Human touch, foreign, addictive. Reichs knelt by bomb crater. Plastique. Timed for speech. More coming? Jonah asked. Sayela signaled techs. Scans. Then alarms. Transitioned to battle via her watching feed. Describe battle from feed. Detailed Jonah's tactics. Reich's partners. Calls human way works. Aliens impressed. Mars forces test, but human relentless. Sayela's crest flared as she jabbed a claw at the holomap. Marshal Reichs. Confine Captain Cade to the diplomatic wing. Full guard rotation. The capital teeters. Riots in the lower spires. Mars spies everywhere. No risks. Rix's mandibles snapped shut. He bowed low. Armored plates grinding. As ordered, High Regent. The soft skin stays caged. She cut the comm. Her chamber hummed with data feeds. Delegate tallies climbing. Supply convoys stalled. Mara's coalition spat on the treaty. Her marriage to Jonah Kade, human bait for peace, held only if she crushed the fallout first. An alert pinged. Jonah's face filled her personal screen, calm blue eyes unblinking. No salute. High Regent. Front line logistics packet. Send it.
Her frills twitched.
Captain, you're confined. Marshal's orders. Logistics first, he said. Fuel depots at 23% on Sector 3. Medpacks rotting in transit. Comms blackouts every dusk cycle. Packet. Now. Reich's voice cut in from secondary feed. Regent, ignore the human. He's no soldier. Live briefing. Jonah overrode. Patch Reich's in. Grid overlays. Real-time drone telemetry. Reich's growled through the link.
You presume much, soft skin.
Presume victory, Jonah replied, or lose the line. Sayla's claws flexed.
She keyed the authorization. Data flooded the shared hollow jagged border trenches glowing red, Mars raiders probing weak points.
Jonah's fingers danced over his wristpad, slicing through overlays like a surgeon. See here, he said. Voices echoed tinny from field mics, alien troops cursing in gravelly tongue. Fuel convoy stuck at Pass Krell. Raider ambushes predictable. High ground, dusk strikes. Reroute via dry riverbed. Gain 2 hours. Rix's image stiffened, his compound eyes narrowing. Riverbed's mined, my engineers, already flagged. Jonah zoomed a subscan, mines clustered left flank. Bypass right, 80% clear. Dispatch drones for confirmation. Next, medpacks. Transit logs show humidity spoilage. Your seals fail at 40% mark.
Sayela leaned in.
Her own analysts missed that. Human eyes caught the flaw.
Seal upgrades en route?
Jonah pressed. None, Rix admitted. Vakeseal them on site. Field teams have the gear. Comms. Repeaters overloaded on Freak 7. Shift to 9, throttle civilian bands.
Done. Reich's mandibles worked silently.
Then, implementing. But you stay confined. Jonah's gaze shifted to Sayla. Steady. I Regent. Authorize me as liaison. Your seal binds it. I fix the chain, hold the line. Her pulse thrummed. Under plates, duty screamed caution. But the map shifted green in his wake, convoys moving, blackouts fading. Marshal, confirm reroutes.
Fuel flowing. Fuel flowing.
Med secured.
Zayla pressed her signet to the pad.
Light flared. Captain Jonah Cade, liaison officer. Authority tied to my seal. Report to front via shuttle. Prove the treaty. Jonah nodded once. Logistics locked. Out. Sayla exhaled, frills settling. Human audacity. Reckless, yet effective. Hours blurred. Riots quelled. Delegates reconvened.
Hukum buzzed. Rix. Regent.
Humans here. Auditing in person.
Visual.
She demanded. Feed snapped live. Dust-choked trenches under twin suns. Jonah crouched amid worn troops, their iridescent hides scarred and plated. He traced a cracked fuel line with gloved fingers. Clamp here, he directed a squad engineer. Bypass valve. Pressure holds. The alien grunted approval, mandibles clicking as he welded. Nearby, troops hauled crates, medpacks gleaming fresh. Rix loomed over Jonah, bulk dwarfing the human. Your fixes hold soft skin, but Mar masses. Probes turn assault. 500 raiders inbound, grav tanks leading. Jonah stood, brushing grit from his fatigues. No flinch. Positions. Rax waved a claw. Trenches curved along a ridge. Vorn artillery nests dug deep. Standard hold. Bombard. Countercharge. Too slow. Jonah pulled his pad. Tanks funnel through choke. Mine it. Flank with infantry, your fast movers. Humans call it envelopment. Reich's crest ridged. Exposes my flanks. Calculated. Odds 62%. Jonah tapped Sims. I'll take point on left. Draw fire. You. 1. Soft skin. Relentless works. Alarms wailed. Drones screamed overhead. Mars tanks crested the ridge, hulking beasts on anti-grav skirts. Cannons spitting plasma. Ciela gripped her console. Feed shook as Vorn gunners unleashed. Shells arced, cratering earth, but tanks pushed, shields flaring. Jonah sprinted left, rifle barking precise bursts. He slid into a revetment, troops trailing. Suppressors up, mines now. Explosions ripped the choke. 2 tanks flipped, bellies smoking. Raiders poured out, armored horrors with vibro claws, charging in waves. Rix bellowed orders. His fast movers, sleek, clawed assault troops, flanked right, lasers carving paths. Jonah fired methodically. Headshots dropped leaders. All back 20 meters, lure them. Raiders bit. Vorn troops retreated, drawing the horde into killbox. Jonah lobbed grenades. Human issue, cluster spread. Shrapnel shredded hides. A raider broke through, claws raised at Jonah. The human rolled, bayonet flashing up under plates. It spasmed, fell. Sayla's breath caught. Jonah rose, blood smeared but whole. No roar. Just reload, advance. Reichs charged beside him now, power maul crushing skulls. Human way works. Push. Raiders broke. Mars lead wave shattered. Feed cut to cheers. Vorn troops mobbed Jonah, claws thumping his shoulders. Reichs clasped his arm. Partner. Shuttle docked hours later. Capitol halls hushed as Jonah strode in, fatigues torn, face grimed. Ciela waited at the dais, guards parting. He stopped before her. Eyes met. Line holds. Logistics solid. Bruises mottled his skin, no armor like hers. Soft. She reached, claws gentle on his jaw. You fought. Unstoppable. One together. His hand covered hers, warm pulse steady, addictive. Doubt cracked. She pulled him close, frills blooming. Mandibles brushed his ear. Trust earned, consort. Stay relentless. Lips met. Foreign. Electric. Treaty sealed in fire, now in flesh. Alarms blared anew. Mars counterstrike inbound. Sayla smiled against him. Logistics? Jonah grinned. Always. Shell screamed down. The lead shuttle bucked as plasma rounds bracketed Ciela's convoy. High Regent Sayla Vorn gripped her armrest, frills flattening against her neck plates.
Enemy artillery from Warlord Kethmar's ridge guns pinned them mid-flight to the front lines.
Down 5 degrees. Port thrusters. Now. Jonah Cade barked from the co-pilot seat. His human fingers flew over the console, eyes locked on the targeting overlay. No panic. Just data. The pilot yanked the stick. Sayla's shuttle dove, rotors whining. A shell detonated 30 meters starboard. Shrapnel pinged off the hull. Her guards braced, mandibles clicking in alarm. Spotter teams got our vector, Jonah said. Calm. Column. This is Cade. Time impacts. 0.5 seconds between salvos. Enemy battery at grid echo. 7. Elevation 29er. 0. Shift course. 080. Speed max. Repeat. Convoy shuttles banked in unison. Sayla watched the feed. 12 craft weaving through the kill zone like threads on a loom. Jonah counted aloud. Impact in 3. 2. 1.
Dirt erupted behind them. No hits.
Her frills twitched. This human treated barrage fire like a logistics drill. How? She demanded. Patterns repeat, Jonah replied, not looking up. Mars gunners fire on fixed intervals. Predictable. We thread the gaps. He adjusted. Column, climb to 150. Hold for my mark. Sayla's shuttle shuddered upward. Explosions bloomed below. Close but clean misses. The convoy punched through, rotors fading into the haze. They touched down hard on the forward LZ, dust clouds swallowing the line of Voran troops. Marshal Rax Tal stormed over, power maul slung across his back. Regent, that was Mars' welcome. His raiders massing 3 clicks east. Your presence risks. Secures loyalty. Sayla cut in. She stepped out, armored robes swirling. Jonah flanked her, rifle slung low, face smeared with old grime from the capital skirmish. No helmet. Soft human skin exposed, Rix eyed him. And the pet diplomat? Partner, Jonah said flatly. He scanned the ridgeline through binocs. Spotters up there, directing fire. Take them, guns go blind. Sayla nodded. Do it. Jonah grabbed 4 Vorn scouts, clawed veterans with plasma lances. Squad, ridge crest, flank left, low crawl. I call suppressus. You bound. Capture gear intact. Rix snorted. Human leads my troops? Watch. Sayla's voice brooked no argument. They moved. Now, accurate. Sayla tracked from the command shuttle scope, Jonah's squad ghosting through razor grass. Enemy spotters, 6 Mar raiders, hunched over fire control slates, directing hell on her convoy's ghost trail. First contact, Jonah signaled. Vorn scouts unleashed, suppressing fire, plasma bolts stitching the ridge. Raiders ducked. Jonah bolted forward, precise strides eating ground. A raider popped up, claw rifle barking. Jonah rolled, dirt spraying, came up firing bursts. Center mass. The alien jerked, tumbled. Flank right, Jonah hissed into comb. Scouts bounded past, lances thrusting. 1 raider charged. Maul swinging. Jonah sidestepped, bayonet ripping under its chest plate. It gurgled, dropped. Sayla's claws tightened on the console. Precise, relentless, no waste. Last 2 spotters broke for their gear. Vorn scouts pinned them. Jonah sprinted the final meters, slapped mag cuffs on wrists, yanked the slates free. Gear secured. Ridge clear. Rix burst from cover, staring. 7 seconds from suppress to cap.
Human time?
Training. Jonah shouldered the slates, blood flecking his sleeve. He waved the squad down. Broadcast this. Back at the shuttle, Sayla activated the council link. Holoscreens flickered to life. Wary Vorn elders, frills half lowered. High Regent, Elder Vors hissed. Mar escalates. Your human consort proves ceremonial at best. Watch. Sayla patched Jonah's helmet cam feed live. Replay rolled. Shells bracketing convoy. Jonah's calm calls. Column threading gaps. Squad assault. Bayonet flash. Cuffs snapping. Console mandibles dropped. Silence. Jonah stepped into frame. Slates in hand. Fire control data here. Battery cords plotted. Send counter battery now, Marshal. Rikes, beside him, growled approval. Human way. We hit back. Sayla leaned in, frills blooming full. Call him ceremonial again. I dare you. Elder Vors recoiled. Regent, unprecedented.
Peace holds because of this. Sayla's gaze locked on Jonah.
His eyes met hers, steady, warm. Trust surged, hot under her plates. Mars' response came fast. Distant thunder rolled. Raider columns surged from the tree line, claws gleaming. Logistics shift, Jonah said, checking ammo. Rikes, your heavy's left flank. My squad hold center. Rix clapped his shoulder, hard enough to stagger a lesser male. Partner. Sayla rose. Council dismissed. Watch the feed. She grabbed her own lance, falling in beside Jonah. His hand brushed hers. Brief, electric, no words. Action spoke. Raiders hit the line like a tide. Vorn troops braced, lances roaring. Jonah directed fire, short, controlled bursts. Fall back 20, lure. Troops retreated, baiting the charge into pre-sighted kill boxes. Jonah primed a human grenade, cluster pattern, lobbed it dead center. Shrapnel bloomed, shredding hides in a wide arc. A raider broke through, claws raking at Jonah. He rolled fluidly, bayonet plunging up under armored plates. It spasmed, crashed. Sayla fired beside him, lance bolt vaporizing another. Jonah rose, reloaded, advanced. Blood smeared but unbroken. Rix charged in sync, maul pulverizing skulls. Push! Human grit. Tanks lumbered up, cannons thundering. Radar wave shattered. Mars banners fled. Feed cut to council cheers. Troops mobbed Jonah, claws thumping his back in Vorn salute. Hours later, shuttle docked at Capitol. Halls fell silent as Jonah strode in, fatigues ripped, grime caked. Scylla waited on the dais, guards parting. He stopped before her. Eyes locked. Logistics solid. Bruises mottled his skin. No plates like hers, yet unstoppable. She reached out, claws tracing his jaw. Gentle. You fight like us now. Together. Warmth seeped through. Human pulse steady, pulling her in. Doubt shattered. She drew him close, frills unfurling. Mandibles grazed his ear. Trust you, consort. Relentless. Lips met, soft, alien fire, treaty forged in battle, sealed in touch. Alarms wailed. Mars counterstrike inbound. Sayla smiled against him. Next problem? Jonah grinned. Solved.
Enemy guns locked on anew, from orbit this time.
Jonah pulled schematics. Math says we counter. Sayla's frills flared. Ready. Sayla's claws dug into Jonah's arm. Not hard. Urgent. Captain Cade, this battle god myth spreads like plasma fire. Her frills quivered, violet eyes locked on his. Troops carve your silhouette into bulkheads. Council whispers of human divinity. End it. Stay discreet. We wed for peace, not cults. Jonah nodded once, felt the grime crack on his skin. Shuttle halls echoed with distant cheers. He met her gaze. Myth's not mine, High Regent. Results speak. But I'll tone it down. She released him. Mandibles clicked. Good. Train my guards tomorrow. Small team drills.
Prove humans add value without spectacle. Guards flanked her, plates gleaming.
They eyed him, wary claws twitching. Done. Jonah saluted human style. Clean. Precise. Dawn broke over the training fields. Dust swirled under Vorn boots. Jonah faced 50 guards. Rick's tall looming at his side. Marshall's maul rested heavy on scaled shoulder. Listen up. Jonah's voice cut through chatter. No amp. Just command. Human infantry fights smart, not hordes. Fire teams of 4, bounds, suppress, flank. Overwatch never breaks.
Rick snorted.
Steam vented from vents. Soft skin tactics. Our lances melt armor at range. Why skulk? Jonah ignored him. Pulled a holodrone. Projected grid. Watch. Enemy pins you frontal. Team Alpha suppresses it. Bravo flanks left. We hit weak points. Guards shifted. Claws scraped dirt. One muttered, humans break easy. No plates. Live drill. Now. Jonah keyed sim grenades. Fields lit with hollow threats. Raiders charging. Claws out.
Move!
Guards lumbered forward.
Mast!
Predictable. Sim bolts shredded the front rank. Hollow bodies piled. Wrong, Jonah barked. Bounds. Team 1, go. A squad hesitated, then bolted, awkward but paired. One suppressed. Plasma lancing red. Partner flanked. Hollow Raider crumpled. Rix growled. This is my natural voice recorded clearly and smoothly, ensuring every word sounds balanced, accurate, and easy to understand. Sloppy, again, a sentence, natural, compassion. Jonah reset, paced lines, corrected grips, sights aligned, breath steady, trigger smooth. Hours ground on, guards panted, vents hissing, plates dented from falls. By midday, teams flowed. Alpha laid fire. Bravo pierced flank. Charlie sealed. Sim enemy routed. Reich's lowered maul.
Jonah.
Effective. Audit passed, for now. A guard thumped Jonah's back. Born salute.
Teach more, human. Jonah wiped sweat.
Nodded. Sayla watched from overlook. Frills relaxed. She signaled approval. Alarms shattered the comm. Command feeds blared.
Kethmar masses. Full ground assault on Lyrax line. Neighboring allies.
Jonah sprinted to hollow table.
Scylla burst in, robes swirling. Rick's already there. Claws slamming console.
Massed charge. Rix snarled. Breaks, Lyrax, deliberate. Funnels to our border. Humiliates treaty. Sayla's mandibles snapped.
Hold, Lyrax! Commit reserves!
Jonah scanned feeds. Raider swarms boiled over hills, thousands, claws gleaming. Tanks rumbled. Banners whipped. Mars coalition. Lyrax line buckled. Purposeful collapse. No reserves yet. Jonah traced paths. Calm voice. They overextend flank. Math favors counter. Reichs wheeled. Counter?
With what? They bring army.
Jonah met his glare. Handful of teams. Your elites, my tactics.
Disciplined wedge. We pierce, collapse, take forward post.
Sayla leaned in. Frills flared. Risky. Prove it. Jonah pulled schematics. Overlaid grids.
Here, weak seam. Alpha wedges in.
Suppresses heavies. Bravo. Charlie pinch flanks. Your mauls finish. Logistics. Shuttles drop us short line. We own the post in 20. Rick's audited feeds. Vents hissed. Bold. I lead mauls. Rick's gripped, crushing, then released. Sayla touched Jonah's shoulder. Claws light. Come back whole, consort. Trust you. He squeezed back. Warmth lingered. Shuttles screamed, low. Dust clouds choked sky. Jonah hit dirt first, rifle up. 12 teams fanned, 48 Vorn elites, drilled tight. Rick's beside him, maul, humming. Alpha, suppress, Jonah called. Rifles cracked, human rounds punching plates. Vorn lances joined, red bolts vaporizing. Raiders swarmed Lyrax Gap. Claws rent allied barricades. But Wedge drove. Jonah advanced, boots pounding. A raider lunged, claws wide. He sidestepped, bayonet flashed. Gutted it clean! Flank left, Rix bellowed.
Maul swung, skulls pulped.
3 down. Plasma crisscrossed, enemy staggered. Tanks pivoted, too slow. Jonah's grenade arced. Boom. Tread snapped.
Push. Jonah reloaded. Steady.
Precise. Raider wave hit hard, claws raking air. One scored his arm. Blood welled. Ignored it. Fired. Headshot. Guards emulated. Bounds perfect. Fire rotated. Seam widened. Keth's banners loomed ahead. Forward post. Bunker cluster. Guns chattering. Feeds showed more inside. Arrogant. Directing.
Charlie, overwatch! Jonah vaulted barricade. Rick's covered. Maul a blur.
Elites poured through. Raiders rallied. Massed claws charged. Jonah dropped prone. Rifle barked. 5 down. Rose. Advanced Sayla's voice crackled comms. Jonah reinforcements inbound. Hold. Taking post. He glimpsed her on split feed. Council chamber directing fleets. Trust in her eyes.
Wedge tightened.
Bravo sealed rear. Enemy pocketed. Bunker doors buckled under maul strikes. Rix kicked in. Inside. Keth Mar whirled. Plasma pistol raised. Traitor human. Treaty breaks here. Jonah fired first. Mar's arm jerked. Weapon clattered. Rix pinned him. Maul to throat. Yield. Jonah stood over. Rifle steady. No triumph.
Just fact. Mars spat.
You soft skin filth. Feeds captured it. Galaxy watched. Raider army faltered. Banners dropped. Elites cheered. Claws thumped Jonah. Rix hauled Mar up. Nodded. Respect. Partner. Flawless op. Shuttle exfil roared in. Jonah boarded last. Arm throbbed. Bruises bloomed, but line held. Capitol docks hummed. Sail awaited. Guards parted. She strode forward. Claws traced his wounds. Gentle battle god or not, you're mine. Frills unfurled fully, pulled him close. Lips met. Fiercer now. Alien fire met human steel. Alarms wailed anew. Orbital signatures. Mars reserves. Full fleet drop. Jonah pulled back, grinned. Next wedge, Sayla's eyes blazed. Together.
Reich's comment in. Marshal inbound.
Audit your orbital math. Human. Jonah sketched grids. Teams assembled. Army incoming. They answered small. Alarms shrieked across the Capitol docks. Hollow screens lit with red blips. Mars reserve fleet dropping full ordnance corridors. Sayla's claws dug into Jonah's arm. Council demands me. Now. He matched her stride, rifle slung tight.
I'm with you. Guards flanked them through humming corridors.
Bulkheads vibrated under bootfalls. They burst into the chamber. Hollow thrones flickered alive. Admiral's frills quivered. Marshal Rick's towel loomed at the head, Maul propped like judgment. High Regent. Reich's voice cracked like gravel. Mars captured.
His rabble crumbles, but reserves inbound.
The treaty. A wiry counselor slashed claws. The human broke it first.
Keth's elites demand his head. Surrender, Captain Cadet.
Restore honor, murmurs rippled. Eyes locked on Jonah. Soft skin. Weak flesh.
Treaty pet. Sailor's frills snapped rigid.
He captured Mar. Reichs leaned forward. Human op flawless. But optics galaxy streams it. Mars coalition howls for blood. Yield him or they glass our flanks.
Jonah stepped up. Calm.
Precise. No yield.
Silence crushed the air. Counselors hissed.
He tapped his wristpad. Grids bloomed on central hollow. Enemy drop vectors, supply nodes, wedge formations from the bunker op. Ceasefire trap. Proposed terms now. Public channel. I volunteer as bait. Visible. Under Regent's banner. At the front. Scylla turned.
Her eyes narrowed. Explain.
Park me solo on open ground. Your colors high. Broadcast vow renewal. Keth can't resist. He strikes, exposes his corridor. We pinch from orbitals and flanks. Rix seals it. Rix's maul thumped the table.
Madness. Human durability myth.
One plasma burst. Won't hit. Jonah traced lines. Logistics. Their elites rush me. Reserves commit. You drop mauls on the gap.
Counselor shifted. Silas claw grazed his.
Trust flickered. Wins the war.
He met her gaze.
Steel to fire. She nodded.
Convene broadcast. Vow at dawn. Front lines. Frills rustled approval. Rix grunted. Partner. If you fold, I drag your corpse back. Jonah grinned. Log the cords. Shuttle screamed out at first light. Jonah rode shotgun in Sayla's lead gunship. Rix's fleet shadowed above. Front trenches scarred the border world. Craters from weeks of claw and plasma hell. Her elites dug in. Gunship touched dirt. Jonah dropped out first. Rifle ready. Sayla followed, robes billowing over armor. Claws gleamed, galaxy feeds locked on, trillions tuned. She raised voice, people of the Veil. Warlord Mar falls, peace endures.
Witness. Drums thundered.
Elites formed circle. Jonah knelt.
She drew him up. Claws linked his hands. Jonah Cade, my consort. My shield. Renew under fire.
He pressed forehead to hers. Human custom.
Soft lips brushed frills. Your banner. My post. Cheers erupted. Banners whipped. Feeds exploded. Hash, human treaty legend trending. Bait set. Enemy chatter spikes. Keth's elites massing ridge. Jonah scanned scopes. Dust clouds boiled. Sayla's claw squeezed. Hold true.
He kissed her, fierce. Pulled back.
Planted banner deep. Stood solo in the kill zone. Enemy skimmers crested. Keth Mar's voice boomed public channel. Hollow of him flickered, arm bandaged from bunker shot. Your soft skin mocks us. Strike. Plasma lanced. Jonah dropped prone, dirt erupted. Rose, rifle cracked, skimmer pilot slumped, advanced, banner high, elites poured. Claws charged. 2 downed, flankers circled. He pivoted. Grenade out, blast shredded 3. Rifle barked. 4 more. Comms lit. Sayla vow holds. Orbits primed. Rix. Corridor exposed. Full invasion vector. Reserves dropping blind. Keth roared. All forces. Crush the human filth. Dreadnoughts plunged. Pods rained. Jonah reloaded. Calm. Pinch now. Scylla's fleets struck. Maul drops hammered corridors. Rix's grounders surged. Claws met raiders in frenzy. Enemy lines buckled. Pods vaporized mid-drop. Jonah advanced. Banner forward. Plasma grazed arm. Armor held. Rifle precise. 5 elites pocketed. Rose. Pushed. Keth's hollow snarled.
Impossible! Soft skin! Skimmer banked low.
Jonah vaulted aboard. Pilot whirled. Knife met throat. Control seized. Crashed it into Raider wedge.
Explosion bloomed. Sayla's voice cut through.
Jonah, link up. We take the ridge.
He dropped off wreck.
Elites flanked him now. Rix at lead. Human. Relentless. Banners cracked. Keth's reserves scattered under orbital fire. Sayla crested rise. Guards parted. She reached him. Claws traced bloodied armor. Unstoppable. He pulled her close. Lips met. Fire and steel fused. Trust sealed. Rix thumped shoulder. Corridor crushed. Warlord routed. But scopes pinged. Deep space signatures. Keth's final gambit, hyperlane breach. Coalition core worlds mobilizing. Jonah grinned through grime. Next trap? Sayla's frills blazed. Ours! Rix barked orders. Team stacked. Invasion answered. They charged as one. Sayla gripped the ridge's jagged lip, claws digging into stone. Jonah's silhouette cut through the chaos below, rifle steady, advancing on the enemy corridor like it was a faulty supply line. Pods slammed into the dust, spewing Keth's raiders. Dreadnought shadows blotted the sky. Layer 1, fire, Jonah said over comms. Voice flat as plasteel. Her screens lit. Allied ambush nests. Rix's claws hidden in the folds. Unleashed. Plasma bolts lanced from concealed pits. Raiders shredded mid-charge, limbs scattering like chaff. Sayla's frills twitched. Humans fought dirty, precise. No roar, just results. Keth's voice boomed from intercepted channels. Flank the soft skin. Bury him. Enemy skimmers banked. Claws extended. Jonah didn't flinch. He dropped to a knee, grenade launcher barking. Explosions chained. Skimmers flipped, crashing into their own wedge. Sink 2. Reichs. Pinch east. Sayla, orbits on standby. Rix growled back.
Human, your math holds.
Claws moving. Sayla watched her marshal's units surge from the flanks. Hulking forms met raiders in claw-to-claw frenzy, but Jonah's plan layered them. His infantry, human backups from the treaty ship, popped from trenches, rifles chattering in controlled bursts. No waste. Raiders faltered, corridor buckling. She leaned forward. Jonah vaulted a crater, plasma grazing his armor. He rolled, came up firing. 3 elites dropped, heads vaporized. Comms check, all units green. Advance to breach. Her heart thrummed. This human, her consort by ink and vow, turned invasion into erasure. Keth's pods kept raining, but orbits hummed at her command. Born, actual. Primed. Say the word.
Hold, Jonah replied. Layer 3.
Below, his team synced like clockwork. Human drones buzzed low, seeding mines in the drop zones. Pods hit, blooms of fire, wreckage raining on raiders. Rix's grounders exploited the gap, tearing into the stunned rear. Jonah pushed center, rifle precise, relentless. 5 more down.
He reloaded without breaking stride.
Sayla's guards shifted beside her. High Regent, the corridor fractures. She nodded, eyes locked on him. Keth's hollow flickered on her display, snarling. Impossible. The human dies now. Dreadnoughts dove, maul drops hammering allied lines. Jonah's voice cut through. Sayla, orbits now. Targeted. She slapped the release. Fleet struck, lances of light vaporizing pods midair. Enemy reserves scattered, banners cracking under the barrage. Jonah reached the heart. Raider elites flanked him. He pivoted, grenade out. Blast shredded 2. Rifle barked, 3 more. Rifle's voice crackled.
Human, we link at the breach.
Sayla rose. We end this. Her guards formed up, standard, snapping high. They charged down the ridge, claws pounding earth. Dust choked the air, plasma scorched stone. Below, Jonah crashed a hijacked skimmer into the raider wedge, explosion blooming like a star. He dropped clear, rifle up. Raiders faltered. Rix met him, thumping his shoulder. Relentless, soft skin. Jonah grinned through grime. Plan worked. Keth's rear exposed. Zyla crested the rise into the shattered zone. Banners lay trampled. Raiders broke, fleeing under orbital fire. Her forces poured through the gap. Claws claiming ground. She spotted Keth's command skimmer grounded and smoking. Elites dragged him out, bound. High Regent approaches! Her herald bellowed. Warlord Keth Mar struggled in irons, frills limp, eyes blazing hate. The coalition. Silence, she snapped. Claws extended. She circled him. Treaty law burned in her mind. Surrender terms clear, no quarter denied. Rix loomed nearby, axe raised. Keth spat. Kill me. Your peace crumbles. Core worlds mobilize. Sayla's gaze flicked to Jonah. He approached, rifle slung, dragging a second captive, an elite courier with data slates. Calm, precise. He handed Keth over, grip firm, but alive. No trophy kill, Sayla, Jonah said, voice low.
End it clean, treaty holds, no massacres.
Hand him to tribunals, break the cycle. Her frills flared. Around them, her warriors closed on routed foes. Claws itched for vengeance. Rix growled, High Regent. The warlord's head seals loyalty. She met Jonah's eyes, steady, unyielding. This human married for borders had just crushed an invasion. Layered ambushes, synced comms, relentless advance. Aliens charged with fury, he solved with logistics. Her people whispered now, unstoppable soft skin. But restraint, that was his edge. Massacre here, and Keth's coalition rallied. Alive, judged under treaty, peace stuck. Stand down, she commanded. Warriors halted, confused murmurs rising. Rigid treaty law, she cut in. Claws retracted. She seized Keth's collar. Warlord Mar, you reject the vow. Surrender formally, or die dishonored. Keth glared, then sagged. I yield. Under terms. Sayla signaled. Guards hauled him to the banner. Holocam's word, broadcast live to core worlds. Kethmar yields. Invasion crushed. Treaty endures. Cheers erupted. Rix thumped Jonah again. Your trap worked, human. Corridor gone. Jonah nodded to her. Ours. She pulled him close amid the throng. Claws traced his bloodied armor. Lips met. Fire and steel. Trust fused deeper, but scopes pinged. Deep space signatures bloomed. Hyperlane breach, coalition dreadnoughts incoming. Rix barked. Reserves. They test us. Next layer? Sayla's frills blazed. Peace hinged, now on his fury but his calm. She gripped his hand. We hold. Together. Alarms wailed. Pods streaked anew. Her consort reloaded, eyes on the sky. Unstoppable, and hers. Sayela's command skimmer lifted, banner streaming, Jonah beside her, comms sinking fresh units. Rix's claws stacked below, ready. Coalition signatures multiplied, Keth's final gambit swelled. Layer 4, Jonah murmured. Drones inbound. Reich's east flank hold. Affirm, a marshal grunted. She watched the boards. Human precision layered her alien might. Raiders hit dirt, ambushes waiting, but numbers pressed. One breach and treaty shattered. A pod clipped their flank. Guards fired. Jonah leaned out, rifle dropping too. Sayla, your call? Orbits? She hesitated. Restraint won the ridge. Overkill lost the war. Targeted only. Pin them. Lances fell, pods vaporized. Grounders surged. Keth, chained in the hold, laughed. Fools. My cores outnumber you tenfold. Jonah turned. Numbers break, under plans. Sayla silenced him with a glare. Her human's humility, humble competence, awed her warriors. Whispers spread. The soft skin endures. Fresh comms lit. High Regent, enemy lord signals parley. Patch through. Keth's deputy appeared on hollow. Vorn. Mar yields truth. Coalition pauses, for terms.
Rix snarled. Trap.
Leverage. Use Keth alive. Sayla waited. Peace teetered on his restraint. Massacre tempted. But his way, precise, relentless, built empires. Accept, she said. Under treaty. No more blood. Hollow winked out. Signatures faded. Hyperlanes quieting. Rix stared. Human, you end wars with words? Jonah shrugged. And bullets. When needed. She pulled him closer. Lips brushed again. Trust sealed. Real now. But deep scans pinged faint. One signature lingered. Stealth drone? Scout? Jonah's eyes narrowed.
Not over.
Sayla gripped her console. Peace depended on him. Her, unstoppable human. Restraint under fire. Skimmer banked toward it.